Howdy. My name is Keith Gutschke, and I am 6'2", and I am in San Antonio, Texas. I currently am studying in the Ivana Chubbuck studio and have been there for about 5.5 years now. And just getting back into the auditioning process. Last couple of years, I've been taking care of my mom, who's been bedbound, and we put her into a care home, and now I'm going back full time into auditioning and getting back into film. I even all during the whole time that I was taking care of her for the last really 5.5 years now, I've been doing the weekly scene study in the Ivana Chubbuck studio with Cameron McCormick. I'm in San Antonio, like I said. I teach martial arts, and as far as Taekwondo goes, and I've recently taken up jujitsu, where I get beat up on a pretty regular basis, but it's awesome. And what else here? One thing that I brought up with Wayne is that for this particular scene, back in 2015, I got pretty sick. Ended up contracting what's called necrotizing fasciitis. It is a flesh-eating bacteria that went in through my arm, and I ended up with total streptococcal toxic shock and was in ICU for 6 weeks, had 10 operations, 25 blood transfusions, double pneumonia, total kidney failure, and just on and on and on. And they actually told my parents twice to start making funeral arrangements, and my heart stopped twice on the operating table. So well, the night that they were positive that I was going to pass away overnight because my lungs had started filling back up, for some reason it just reversed. And it took me about a month and a half to relearn how to walk again. And also, in addition to that, it took me about 2.5 years to get the blood work right. But I was back into martial arts within 6 months, 8 months, and that helped facilitate it. The result of that was, coming out of it, was that I had my left arm amputated above the waist. Above the elbow, excuse me. And when I got fully recovered, I finally said, hey, after all this, I'm going to do what I want to do, which is film acting. And I ended up, don't ask me how, somehow getting into the Ivana Chubbuck studio. And the training it's world class. There's none better. Her resume says everything. And it's very intensive. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I use it both ways. Having an arm amputated above the waist, we could shoot around it, which is not a problem. I've done that before in different films. And if it doesn't build to the character, in fact, most people don't know that Morgan Freeman actually had his left arm is paralyzed since 2008 or so. I think he was in a car wreck, and they just shoot around it. But for this guy, for Alex, see, I like this guy. For him, I think it might be a great thing to use as a character choice. And there's all kinds of stuff. They make prosthetics for everything. And I have a regular prosthetic. So when I'm filming, if it's a waist shot or above, or even a little bit below, you couldn't even tell. You would never know that I didn't have an arm. But for this kind of type of guy, I could probably find a prosthetic. They have prosthetics for everything. And I could probably find a prosthetic that looks like a crowbar. And he could maybe pop it on, pop it off, beat the hell out of somebody with it, stick it back on, or use it with the right hand, his right hand having a crowbar and his left hand being a crowbar. But that's up to the director and the director's prerogative. And everything that they teach us is always about, the director's vision. And that's everything that we're trying to fulfill in any role, in anything. So that's kind of interesting. And it